Yo Zers, what up? Welcome back to Judio Zed, and for today I have something completely different from what I usually do. That doesn't mean that if you're new you're not gonna love the other videos or you're not even gonna like them, but it means that I'm just doing this as a kind of a wrap up of the year 2019. I think I will do the same for the next year. I hope other creators won't use my idea, because it's not like I'm a huge creator and I can say that it was mine. But anyway, darkness aside, let's just start with it. I guess first of all, I'm gonna introduce you to the idea. It's not something that or like revolutionary, but it was just something cool that I thought about doing just to wrap up the year. Now, don't forget, this is gonna be a giveaway video, so pay attention. I don't know if I've even given you any keywords on the last video. I'm pretty sure that I'll just give you the keywords at the end of this one or in the middle. I don't know. Let's make it interesting. Anyway, so first of all, I'm just gonna tell you what this is. This is gonna be let's say a top 10 list of all of the updates that we got this year. It is like, first of all, you need to also know the factors that are gonna play into this. Now, sure, first of all, a pretty small factor is gonna be the features that it would give us. The characters that it would give us is gonna be the second factor. It's gonna be a bit higher. The uniforms as well, and the dominating factor is pretty much my bias. It's pretty much my favorite characters, pretty much my experience, what update I loved. And so this is pretty much personal. You can actually have your own opinion. You can tell me in the comments. It's gonna be very freaking nice. First of all, this is one of the things you need to do for the giveaway. You need to give me a list of the same updates and just tell me your top 10 of this year. So that's the first requirement for the giveaway. And let's go to do I have to address anything else? I don't think so. I think we can just start. Let's start at number freaking 9. We have the February update, basically the update which gave us Captain freaking Marvel. Now, I'm not gonna go through all of this. I'm just gonna talk about the main things. First of all, we also got Minerva and Korath, two really nice villains that were free to play and free to get. We also got one of the best leadership and support, so pretty much a hybrid of the two. The best character for that, which was Nick Fury, and if you would get his uniform, he becomes even better. We also got as I said, the uniform for Captain Marvel and her tier 3 unlocked. We got a uniform for Ronan, which is definitely underrated. He has pretty nice damage, but if you jump a bit high in Shadowland, his damage starts to fall. That is a bit sad, but still, this uniform definitely was an improvement for Ronan, because for a long time he was just unused. And next, of course, we had the uniform for Minerva, which made her freaking beastly in ABX. A lot of people used her as the main super villain combat character, and thanks to the fact that she's a female, she could do actually 2 or 3 days in ABX, which is freaking bonkers. I'm not gonna say that she could max it out, but she could score pretty high. We also got the uniform for Nick Fury. As I said, this was pretty badass if you needed a really good support tune for your World Boss Ultimate clears or ABX. But yeah, we also got the tier 3 skill for Captain Marvel, as I said. Pretty nice tier 3, let's say, at least for timeline. And I don't know, as I said, this is just gonna be really a huge factor into the list, my own preferences. And as many of you know, I really hate her as a character. I hated her as an actress as well in the movie. I don't know, I just got her to tier 3 as well. I'm not gonna say that she sucks, but she did suck with the survivability, which I like. That was the least of my concerns. I knew I had a 140 proc on her. I thought just the damage will suck. At tier 3 she's just gonna be invincible, nobody's gonna freaking kill her. Nope, I was wrong, and to think that I even dropped on some stages. But yeah, I don't think you've even, yeah, you haven't even seen the videos though, so you're gonna see later. But when I get a rage, I'll do them again just to show the difference. But this, even though it's at the 9th place, this was basically the update that gave us the CDP of Rage, which I love. Okay, let's just say it. I freaking love the CDP of Rage. I don't like the CDP of Regeneration. I basically don't like CDPs that are defensive, because I don't like PvP. But yeah, we got the CDP of Rage. Let me check if there was anything else that I wanted to talk about. Nothing else. Let's go on to number freaking 8 of this list, and we have the X-Force update. This update is kind of meh. Maybe this could have been the worst update, but let's just talk about it and maybe remember why I actually put this to 8th place, because I kind of forgot as well too. So okay, so we got Warpath, a pretty nice-ish free-to-play character. His damage isn't that great, that's why I say nice-ish. We also got Sabretooth, and this is something that I actually hated about the update. He got a better treatment than Wolverine himself with his uniform, so that is one other reason why I hated him. We got Juggernaut, who looked like he was gonna suck, but he was pretty freaking tanky. From the skills, he only had one iframe, so that was scary. A reason why this isn't the like number 9 or number yeah, the reason why this isn't the lowest ranking update for me is because we got the X-Force uniform, which pretty much gave us or showed us that Netmarble wasn't gonna go down on Deadpool just saying this is the limit for him. They freaking gave him all defense down on the first skill as well, apart from just having it on the 3rd, so, and the tier 3 skill. But yeah, that was huge for him. So we just knew that they were not gonna stop there. We also got this shitty fucking uniform. Don't fucking get this uniform. I guess it's the best one for him. If you have the blue one, the AOA uniform, just don't get it. Don't get this. But if you don't have any uniform for him, just get this, I guess. We also got the uniform for Nightcrawler, made him just a little bit better, kind of, but still kind of crap with the damage. We got the tier 3 skill for Wolverine, which was a huge letdown as well. He was basically gonna be a PvP type of character from what we saw, with the 3rd skill being a counter skill, which was something that I freaking hated. And like, he died in a month or two. Everybody just forgot about him. He couldn't compete with Captain Marvel and other characters that came out after him. But this was actually a really huge update in the feature side of things. Even though it's ranking this low, I just did it because I hated freaking Wolverine's uniform. But holy shit, this update gave us Shadowland. It's not freaking perfect. I would have loved if the difficulty wouldn't be like such a freaking 0 to 100 kind of thing. But anyway, really nice. Gave us pretty nice rewards in a way, so that is actually a cool update. Let's go to, I think we're on number 8, 7, not 8. I was about to say 8, my bad. So update number freaking 7. We have the Fantastic Four update, the first update that we got of the year. So this is ranking a bit higher because I love epic quests, and this was a pretty nice epic quest to get. It was kind of challenging. We got freaking Mr. Fantastic, we got the whole freaking family, Invisible Woman, Human Torch, pretty much one of the best starter characters for any account. He's really great even without the uniform. We got Thing, which is okay. We got Victorious, a really nice universal female supervillain with only 4 skills, but pretty amazing even at that. She pretty much started the trend with the critical damage increase that would go higher than 100%. which was bonkers. This one right here. But yeah, it is freaking amazing. Anyway, we got Doctor Doom. He was pretty nice in Timeline for a while. A lot of people would like him. When you would play it yourself, he would suck, I guess, but you pretty much needed to build him a little bit better. We got the uniform for Moon Girl, made her playable. Fantastic Four didn't really change a lot. Made her playable as well, but the damage is low, and the Crystal uniform made her a lot better in crowd control, so she is freaking amazing. On this update, we also got the tier 3 skill for Mr. Fantastic. Made him pretty okay-ish, but still the damage wasn't that great compared to other characters. But yeah, I'm just checking if there's anything else I want to talk about. They made some changes to the Epic Quest as well. Added this little nice thing with some random rewards that you would get, so that was a nice touch as well. But anyway, this is it for Fantastic Four. Now we're on to update number 6 in the list, I think. So 9876. Yeah, the 6th freaking update. It's the July update. It's the Spider-Man Far From Home update, which was a really weird update, to be honest. We got some really nice villains. We got Molten Man, a free freaking character, a really good freaking character. He became one of the best characters to use on Combat Villain Day. Insane amounts of damage. We got freaking Hydro Man as well, a pretty freaking nice super villain, free character as well. We got Electro. This actually completed the boys meme for us in the game, so everybody was happy about that. But he was a paywall, so I guess a lot of nice memes were born from that. Like, this would be us, but you're a paywall character, me and the boys. But yeah, anyway, I don't know if that even happened. It was something I thought about right now. So we got these uniforms though, and this is why it's ranking pretty high and pretty low at the same time. First of all, the reason why it's low is that these two uniforms actually were really misleading. The black uniform looked like it would be a PvP type of uniform, and the red one looked like it would be more of a PvE type of uniform. But lo and behold, the all defense down skill on Spider-Man didn't really work on World Boss Ultimate, so a lot of people hated that. The black uniform actually was better in PvE and PvP, but still wasn't amazing level. You know, for a character that is so much, like, so freaking loved from everybody. Not me though, I don't really care about Spider-Man. A lot of people are gonna kill me now, but yeah. Really ruined it for everybody. But at the same time, this actually prompted Netmarble to start showing the skills effect for all characters, not just Spider-Man, just showing whether they would work in World Boss Ultimate or not. That way you wouldn't be misled. You would decide on your own if you wanted to get it or not, based on the fact that it would work or not in World Boss Ultimate. So that was a kind of a bittersweet thing. It actually prompted Netmarble to fix something that actually helped everybody down the line on future updates and old updates as well, with characters we weren't sure if they had or not these skills. But the lower two uniforms were actually amazing. The Spider-Man 2099 uniform was really good. Gave him all a freaking damage accumulation, which is amazing. It looked bad on paper because only two skills change, and I called it. Whenever Netmarble changes two skills only for a character, and one of those skills gets damage accumulation, you gotta be freaking sure that they're gonna be amazing after that. That is the same treatment that Quicksilver got with the purple uniform, so that's why I knew freaking Quicksilver got only two skill changes, but his damage just freaking jumped in the air. So yeah, and also he was pretty nice in PvP for a while. I guess maybe even till now against Genes he was really good. So after that and I mean tier 3 jeans with the new uniform. So yeah, and also we got Mysterio's new uniform, which made him freaking playable, and not just freaking playable, but a freaking monster. He got all the what I was gonna say, all defense down. He got damage accumulation depending on damage that was dealt to him though, but still the damage is insane. He got a really great uniform. I will never regret buying this uniform. It looks badass as well, and after they fixed it as well, changing the fourth skill, even though nobody asked for it, they changed the fourth skill to have Hydro Man and Molten Man in there, just to pay tribute to the movie, since he was controlling both of those hologram kind of robot stuff. So freaking nice uniform, freaking nice update. And another reason why this is pretty high is that this update gave us tier 3 Doctor Strange. You know, one of the biggest DPS characters that we have right now, the easiest ABX clear or ABX score max character that you can actually use in this game right now. You don't really need to have skills at all, as long as you use a certain rotation and keep your settings to have the animations off. This looks cool as hell, but if you have it turned on, it will drop your DPS like a monster. Okay, so a really great character. I still use him for World Boss Ultimate, so that is amazing. He can clear Call Obsidian, he can max out the score. You don't need to use roar cancels, you don't really need to move at all. He'll just freaking time freeze the beast, time freeze the boss, and there's no way you'll die with him unless you stop playing for a second. So, and not just a second, but a bit more. And I don't think there was anything huge as after that for the changes of the game. We also got World Event. Apparently I forgot about that as well, but that was a nice touch as well. A pretty nice system to increase your damage or item drops or gold drops and stuff like that. This took a while, so let's go to the next one. I'm guessing the next one is gonna be the 5th update, if I'm actually counting them correctly. So that would be 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Okay, I would guess that's the 5th update. If I'm doing these wrong, I'm really sorry. Just figure out the numbers in your head, I guess. And the 5th update is the Atlantis update, which also gave us Galactus, so that was amazing. This update gave us Namor, one of the best characters of the game right now for DPS. And at the time when we got the test build, he didn't have any iframe on his skills at all, but that wasn't part of the update or the final build. It was just the beta test that had that, so it made everybody think that it would be shit. But they gave him updates, they gave him iframes on the 5th and the 3rd skill, which made him playable and freaking nice to survive, especially at tier 3. It gave us Wave, which is the best leader character for Namor. It gave us Silver Surfer, one of the hugest DPS characters in the game. He isn't even supposed to have a lot of damage because he is kind of looking like a PvP type character, but he's a monster at PvP, at PvE as well. So I can't wait to see this guy at tier 3. His damage is just gonna be insane, I swear. And I haven't seen what he can do with a rage, but I have a feeling he will be, or he is freaking amazing. We got also uniforms for, and this is also another thing why this uniform is so high up in the list. We got uniforms for Invincible Woman, made her pretty okay, pretty much the same, didn't really jump her too much. Human Torch, I saw some people say that they had a better time with this uniform, more damage, pretty nice. We got Thing's uniform. I don't know, felt really weird, the numbers just dropped. He has a lot of cool animations though. I really like the uniform for his animations, but the damage didn't really drop, but it feels like it dropped because the numbers were lower, but there were more hits. So I don't know, it didn't really raise his damage too much, made him have more iframes and stuff like that, but yeah. But as I said, more importantly, we got the uniform for Mr. Fantastic, and this was the same treatment that Quicksilver got with a purple uniform, and Spidey 2099 got with his uniform just 2 skill changes, but one of them was damage accumulation, and that propelled him to be one of the, I guess, best. I guess he would be the best combat character, apart from Namor, of course, but really just the best superhero combat character, and really nice tier 3 skill and a lot of freaking damage after the damage accumulation that he got from the uniform. What else? Of course, the tier 3 skill of Namor. Really nice damage. We got Galactus. We got a new way to unlock native tier 2s from the Galactus Giant Boss raid. Pretty hard to clear boss, but more from the fact that he has a lot of defense and health, I guess. He isn't as hard as Master Mold, from the fact that you don't really get killed by random people. Sometimes you don't really need to have removal of debuff leadership type characters or support type characters in the team. You just need to be careful when he attacks and stuff like that, and then you'll be good. But yeah, this was pretty nice as well. And let's see, we got the type enhancement as well, which isn't nice at all. It is very annoying to enhance these these characters with that. But anyway, now let's go to update number 4. Wait a second, did I? Come on, let me just count these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Yeah, 10 updates. Okay, we're not doing bad. Or maybe we are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I can't process this right now, but I guess maybe this isn't the 5th, maybe this is the 6th still. I don't know. I pretty much messed it up already with the counting and stuff like that, but I guess you just can see their rank instead of just seeing their number. Anyway, sorry for taking a little bit of time there, but let's go to the next update. So basically from now on, it's like later in the video means better, unless I say so. So I'll stop with the top this, top that. I'll stop with the numbering of the list. So I already messed it up. Anyway, next one is gonna be the Uncanny Avengers update, not uniform. We got some pretty wacky new characters and some really nice uniforms. So let's go talk about all of that real quick. We got Swordmaster, the best animations for me, at least. The constellations, the greenish color, really freaking beautiful. Stars in the scales, looks amazing. Looked pretty nice on paper, wasn't as nice. Is pretty cool to use as a striker now after the striker changes, so not bad, I guess. We got Arrow. Some people say that she's kind of disappointing, maybe not, but she's a paywall, so who cares anyway. We got Dr. Voodoo, looking really bad in World Boss Ultimate, even with the rage at the time, but in Shadowland he's amazing, so that is pretty cool. I don't mind that. And now let's talk about the uniforms. Basically, Crescent just got a small improvement, made her easier to keep on proc on. Instead of a CDP of Transcendence, now you can proc with her, at least in Shadowland. In ABX she is still pretty annoying to proc with. And then the other two uniforms, basically White Fox and Luna Snow, were more of like huge improvements for Luna, not really for White Fox. Yeah, it did make White Fox pretty nice in Shadowland, not bad at all. Even for World Boss Ultimate, she could do pretty nice stuff thanks to her own freaking tier 2 passive. But look, it was all for Luna Snow. She would increase all attacks for like Luna Snow as well. Luna would increase her cold damage as well and stuff like that. So yeah, it was basically they were basically uniforms for Luna. Then we also have these other uniforms. Out of these, Scarlet Witch was freaking weird. Kind of changed the iframes a bit, made the 5th a lot harder to cancel with another character. Vision got his rework finally. A lot of people were impatient about that, but yeah, it turns out we're only gonna get one improvement, one character improved per year, so that's gonna take years. We got his uniform as well, which was pretty shit. It would only change the fifth, adding Scarlet Witch in there, and gave him some increase to all attack. Pretty okay, I guess. Of course, we got Quicksilver's uniform. Definitely made him a lot better, but you would only see the difference, or really clearly see the difference, when you tier 3'd him. At tier 2 it was kind of the same almost. We got a uniform for Sabretooth, really made him better. A lot of people are saying that they're using him against Proxima on really high stages, so I believe them, but I haven't really built him well because I don't really want to like have a headache trying to proc with this guy. Plus, I usually prioritize using tier 3 characters for World Boss Ultimate anyway. So we also got the uniform for Rogue. Finally, they gave her some love, even though nobody chose her. She was my favorite. I wanted her to win for the improvement, I guess, selection voting thingy, but Vision won, and they still gave her a uniform. I think they still expected her to get the win instead of Vision, but anyway, we got the Quicksilver tier 3, so that is one of the nicest tier 3s for me. As I said, a huge factor is the characters. I love Quicksilver, so really makes him amazing. I couldn't do 79 today of Corvus because I had to use Inferno on the team, so I just got this uniform to Heroic, and it was enough to actually make him able to do it with just one support, that being Nick Fury. He was used as a leader as well, but yeah, just one support is pretty freaking nice, man. His damage is insane. So it looked like a bad tier 3 skill on paper, but it was really good. So this one also changed the game in a huge way. We lost the special missions, Villain Siege, and I think daily missions, and instead we got the Dimension missions. A lot better, a lot freaking better, a lot better. Way easier to farm for cards and stuff like that, for materials to roll cards. So we got the Dimension shop as well, easy to get bios, a lot of bios daily, way more than from special missions. So I definitely love this this update way more. Plus, if you have the support from Shield, you would get even more gold. We also got the World Boss Ultimates versions of Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch on this update. Sadly, they still had the materials capped at that point, but yeah, that made it like so that I wouldn't ever play this at all. I don't think this was the update that gave us Danger Room. This just was an improvement to the game mode. But yeah, like, you know, I would have loved to start pushing these bosses instead, but the fact is that these materials are capped, so it would be no way in hell that you would want to spend your freaking energy into doing this and still getting nothing in return. But anyway, let's go to the next update in the list. And there we have the September update, and that is the Phoenix 5 update. So that is a huge update as well, very freaking huge. We got Rachel Summers, a new way to get characters from Danger Room. I think this is the update that introduced Danger Room. A fan favorite, Kitty Pryde, pretty much a letdown in a way. A pretty nice leadership, but the iframes that she had were not really good. We got Kid Omega, a freaking nice character in Shadowland. I haven't tried him anywhere else, not even in ABX, because I have a proc on him and I'm not good with procs. But yeah, really nice character. At tier 1 he could destroy floors, at tier 2 he still fucking destroys floors, so he's amazing. We got the Phoenix 5 uniforms for Cyclops, Colossus, Emma Frost. Emma Frost being the worst out of them. The one for Colossus was really good for PvP and also gave him all defense down on pretty much like 3 skills or maybe 4. A really good uniform for Colossus. We got a uniform for Cyclops, made him playable. Like, he was playable, but he would just use the 5th skill and just stay there. used the second and the first for iframes till the fifth was up, and proc again on the fifth. Really hard to use in Shadowland as well. But with this uniform, he got really long iframes, pretty cool, badass fifth skill where he's just walking like a badass and just shooting lasers everywhere, lots of damage, a freaking heal, and he also got his tier 3 unlocked. Didn't look that amazing, but from what I saw, his damage was insane, so a pretty good update for him, so I really don't mind. But I didn't really like him as a character from the mutants. I kind of hate him, so I didn't really get him to tier 3. Plus, it would require another rage, so pretty hard to do. We got the Danger Room update, a huge letdown for the mode. A lot of people were hoping to actually have it as a mode to actually test characters' damage instead of just, you know, hating it for the disconnection problems and just players not knowing how to play at all and just messing you up completely. We got the way of unlocking characters by the special trainings. This is actually pretty nice, to be honest. It's not that expensive. You get the character immediately at 6 stars. Don't need to actually build anything for a second. Just keep playing the Danger Room missions for a little while and you'll get the character to tier 2 immediately. So that is a really good way to get characters immediately with just crystals, so I pretty much like it. Let's go to the next update, and we have the October minor update. Basically, this is not another update. This is the same spot. I'm just talking about the mid-month update that we got the Phoenix 5 uniform for Namor and Magik from. This is another reason why this update was pretty nice, because we got the uniform for Namor not long after we got him as a character as well, so that made him a lot better. That made him the best combat tier 3 for now, because he can do like 3 days in ABX and he can max them out from that insane damage that he has. The uniform from Magik I can't really say a lot about, but I've seen her score like 2 million in ABX, which is pretty nice for a tier 2 character. And I love, like, not really love, but I really like her character. I haven't really followed her in the comics, but I really like her design. I kind of didn't like the fact that her sword got a bit smaller, but still, I know that this uniform was freaking badass, and I would have loved to have it, but I don't have her as a character on this account, so that sucks. Anyway, let's go to the next update, and we're going up to the really huge updates now. We have, I guess this is gonna be the top 3 updates now from now on. First of all, on the third spot, we have the endgame update. I know a lot of you were waiting for this, and yes, it is the endgame update, and it is on the third spot. I know it might be higher, lower, I don't know. Anyway, I hate this update because it gave us the synergy uniforms, and like too many. I love the synergy system, but I hated the fact that there were so freaking many, man. I really didn't like that. Really cool freaking uniforms were the endgame uniform for Thanos. Made him even more of a freaking annoying character, and yeah, he's one of the best characters still for Timeline. If like correctly built, he can destroy Jean and Deadpool with the holiday uniform, so yeah, amazing as hell. He pretty much broke my streak because I got the achievement for like winning 100 times, and then I won another 10 times the next day, and I think on the second day after that he he actually defeated me once by killing Jean and Deadpool as well, so that's where my streak broke. But I didn't care at that point, to be honest, and from then on I haven't lost yet. So still, not really not really as I guess, what's the freaking word? I was trying to say like he's not really constant in his win ratio, at least with me when I do Timeline. But of course, when you play manually, you can do better than the enemy most of the time. But still, a point to take home. We got the uniforms for Captain America, Iron Man. Everybody was sad about this because they watched the movie and they wanted more for them, but they still did it for us on a later update. They fixed everything. They took a little while, but they promised, and they kept their promise. We got Nebula's uniform, made her pretty freaking nice for Shadowland at least, and a little bit for IBX as well. Why not? But I really like uniforms that make characters playable, and not just playable like She-Hulk, where she can do something but really low in Shadowland. She can do pretty nice floors in Shadowland. We got the uniform for Black Widow, a pretty nice upgrade from the old one from Infinity War, so I really like this one. Give her one more iframe as well, so a lot more damage as well. We got one of the best uniforms of the year. Ronin, made him freaking amazing, and he's basically my go-to character for 29 in Shadowland, or actually 27 in Shadowland. So yeah, that says a lot. He just solos it all, so he's a really cool freaking character now, coming from a character that didn't even have iframes at all. So yeah, amazing. The Hulk uniform, the one I hated the most, even though these ones weren't that great either, but I hated this one the most because I expected more for Hulk. He's really well loved from the community. We got the War Machine uniform. Didn't really change too much from the Infinity War uniform. I just got it because I have to have it. I'm a content creator, I have to test them. Not really necessary. It was pretty nice, but it's not really necessary, as I said. The Rocket Raccoon uniform gives him all defense down, but it only works in Shadowlands, so yeah. But it has a really nice animation on the 4th skill, so that's all I cared about. And it has Thor on the 5th with his freaking Stormbreaker, so that was a really cool animation as well, which made me buy it. Pretty nice, but I rarely use it in Shadowland as well because it has physical damage, I think, and it's annoying on floors where you need to use blast characters. We also got a uniform for Ant-Man. Made him a lot better. The 5th skill change was really good, so I really liked it. The endgame uniforms, I think they gave them super armor compared to the the team suit ones. I'm sorry. I think all of them gave them super armor, or not super armor. I think they gave them a guard once in a while. I don't know when it activates because I didn't really look into it, but I didn't really like them as uniforms, so I instead went with the normal looking suits. It looked way better. Anyway, so what was changed, man? A lot of freaking things. The synergy system was introduced. It was pretty nice, but there were too many uniforms. We got the tier 3 skill for Thanos, made him a beast, so let's not even talk about that. A really good freaking character. The tier 3 skill goes on for like 2 character kills in timeline sometimes, so it's really annoying. Of course, the legendary battle as well, blah blah blah. Let's go through this. Was this the one that actually introduced the oh yeah, so this was the one that actually introduced the world event mode. Never mind, that was fixes for the already in place system. This is actually the one that introduced it. It was a really nice addition to the game modes, and of course a nice way to increase your stats a little bit, not too much. We got improved tutorials, way better, way nicer. They added the freaking I think this is when they added the roar on the Frost Beast, right? I think this is it. Yeah, this is it. I hate this update. Made it a lot freaking harder to do ABX. Anyway, we also have the second part of that update. Gave us Rescue, a paywall character sadly, but a really cool looking character though. She's amazing, kind of, at least for Shadowland. I don't care about stuff like that, about other stuff, but still. We as well got the uniform for Captain Marvel, made her a lot better, I would say. Gave her more animations, special animations on the 4th and the 3rd. Made her look a bit better. I really hated the spiky hair when she would be tier 3. This made her look a bit nicer, less freaking dude-ish, but still, she looks like a dude still. Anyway, We got the proper uniform for Thor, made him fat, looks freaking badass. And then we still got a team suit version that like had him as a skinny character. I don't know why, what they thought when they did that, but anyway, this was it. Some other potential unlockments or unlocks for characters, but still, this was it for the end game update. Now let's go to number 2 in this list, and number 2 in this list is the Uncanny Avengers update, which gave us, let's just tell you guys later, we got Iceman, pretty okay-ish character, pretty expensive for an okay-ish character, so that sucks. We got Jubilee. I haven't heard of her, like, after the update dropped. Nobody really mentioned her, so I don't think she was that great. She was pretty amazing, so for Shadowland, of course, she is amazing, and I actually loved her animations, but sadly she was paywall, so I couldn't get her. We got Bishop, a really nice character for free, so what can you say? It's pretty annoying to farm for X-Men characters when they're free, but still, we just got it for free, so whatever. This update finally like quenched the thirst of everybody calling out Netmarble for not giving Storm a good treatment. So she got a really good uniform out of that. Beast actually got a pretty nice improvement as well. Some old defense down on his skills. Still pretty low damage, but a lot better than before. We got Psylocke's uniform. Made her like I didn't think Psylocke could get better. She freaking did get better. I think she introduced the first damage resistance decrease stat. Maybe. Don't quote me on that. Maybe. That's the first time I actually paid attention to it, basically, so that's why I'm saying it. But yeah, freaking great uniform. Helped me a lot when doing World Boss Ultimate. Without the uniform, she's perfect for the hard story missions like 12-6, 12-7, 13-8, stuff like that. Because without the uniform, she has an iframe on the 3rd and an iframe on the 4th that is a full iframe. Or no, not on the 4th, I mean an iframe on the 1st and the 3rd and the 5th. But those are really freaking perfect, so you can actually go through all of them and you'll be on an iframe the whole time and nobody can actually attack, so they can't pierce your immunity. So she was perfect. She was the one that actually cleared all the story missions for me, the hard ones. But this uniform made her a little bit unsafe, but the damage was freaking tremendously increased. So after that, of course, this is the reason why this is number 2 on the list. It's Jean freaking Grey, man. Finally, she was revived like a freaking phoenix. Got a really amazing uniform. Weirdly enough, no fire damage apart from the tier 3 skill, but a really freaking tanky uniform. I've been using her with a CDP of Rage. She's hard to freaking kill without immunity. She can revive, she's hard to evade when she does her 5th. Even if you're another Jean, it's really hard to actually be safe from that. The tier 3 skill looks freaking badass. It's a long skill, you can cancel it after a while and still go into your 5th or blah 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 rotation like that. Really great clearer of Giant Boss Raid, probably the best for now. Best character to use in Galactus. A lot of DPS, really nice. And yeah, that was amazing. So I guess they also added some first clear rewards for Shadowland, which is another nice touch. And they changed some stuff, added favorites for uniforms, stuff like that. So yeah, man, this uniform was just really great. I love Jean. That's another factor why I actually chose this as number 2 in the list. So as I said, like basically the highest ranking updates are really gonna be my opinion. But which one is the update on number 1? Well, before I actually tell you about that, let me show you the worst update of the year. Number 10, right here. We have the Deadpool update, or Lady Deadpool update. Really cool characters, really nice stuff. But I'm gonna count it together with the holiday update small patch, because it's still Lady Deadpool and stuff like that, and it's still X-Men characters kind of. So I'm just gonna couple them together in one place. So basically, we got Gorilla Man, a pretty nice tier 2, like a pretty nice free-to-play character. He has a heal, pretty safe as well, nice damage. We got Slapstick, really quirky character, quirky animations, love him completely, but he was paywall, so couldn't get him. Sad as hell, but yeah. Negasonic, she is amazing. She can be acquired like Rachel Summers from the special training, so easy as hell to get. And she's really amazing against Call Obsidian. Some say she's better than Cable for that. She's amazing in Shadowland as well. Duh. She, like, I forgot to actually use, and I forgot and actually left her for really late this week, and she was still able to pull through, and she still did like stage or floor 69. So that was amazing. I really love that character. We got the Lady Deadpool uniform, really huge, because I don't know, man. A lot of people hated it, myself included, because it wasn't a uniform. I would have loved if she was a female, though that was kind of scary because they could have made her a paywall. I would have sadly probably succumbed to the desire of having her, so I would have bought it. But yeah, it was a uniform, sadly, so way better than the X-Force uniform. A lot more damage, even though my X-Force uniform was mythic and this was normal. This one did amazing. They fixed the fourth skill. They fixed the heal in timeline. Yeah, because it was counted as an active buff, not a passive one, which should have been like that. Really nice in timeline, but still not that perfect for timeline. Still a pretty nice hybrid. She got back to being amazing in timeline as well. So we got a Cable uniform. A lot of people that loved Cable loved this uniform as well. Pretty hard to proc with this, way harder than before. A lot of hits, that's why, so it would trigger the procs. But still, I think people that loved Cable loved this uniform. We got Apocalypse, an Apocalypse uniform, and he's tier 3 unlocked. He's pretty frigging nice, a lot of damage from what I hear in World Boss Ultimate, and he also can break the game with the animation, so that is nice as well. It completely freezes it for a while, for a little bit, and then it goes back. It was a problem in Danger Room for like a week completely. We got the uniform for Domino, gave her the same skill that Namor, Victorious, and other characters have, where she has more than 100% of critical damage, and her damage increased a lot, but she's still not that great. It only changed the third skill, I think, so pretty much I don't know, anticlimactic, I would say. So we have here the tier 3 skill for Apocalypse. We have Negasonic as well here. We got the World Boss Ultimate of Cable and Apocalypse both unlocked, but as I said, sadly they were still capped out. And I think this was the update that gave us the material, like the material cap increased. Not this, the meat patch maybe. Yeah, it was the mid patch, but still, sadly, it was only increased to 6,000, not really removed, which it should have been. There were some improvements to Dimension missions and stuff like that, blah blah blah. What else? I don't freaking remember. You can buy some tickets if you need, blah blah blah. What else? I really don't know. We got some premium cards, which we first thought were fake when we saw them in the forum, but they weren't. We actually got them as freaking cards. We got the new CDPs, the CDP of Greed, being kind of a hybrid for a really bad proc and something with guard break immunity for timeline-ish. We got the CDP of Insight, pretty nice for AT, I guess, or AC. It would increase the damage for your character, kind of adding a support type of skill for a character. And then we got the CDP of Judgment, number 2 in the rankings for elemental damage characters. Of course, Rage is better, but you could still give this CDP to a character and just unequip the Rage and give it to a character that doesn't have elemental damage, like for example Captain Marvel. So that was a good, nice touch, though they can't be acquired in any other way than from the CDP chest, I think, so that is a bit bad. So that kind of sucks, but still. What else? They changed the ranking or the ranking UI and stuff like that. The shop UI as well, store, so stuff like that, man. But yeah, now let's talk finally about the best update of the game right now. Oh, actually, before I do that, don't get scared, it's not this one, but I forgot to talk about the meat patch as well. This is a huge reason why it's the last spot in this list. They were going to give us Lady Deadpool Holiday Party uniform and Gwenpool Holiday Party uniforms for freaking money. And then they changed their mind, but they didn't completely change it. They still left Gwenpool to be acquired by freaking money, and they changed Lady Deadpool to be a crystal purchase, and they made it a synergy uniform as well, which was really nice. They could have just made it a synergy uniform and kept it for like a money purchase still, but they were nice enough to remove it. Though we really need to fight back against this. We don't really want to get uniforms for money. This removed the cap as well, so yeah, I don't know, man. This was really bad. The Gwenpool uniform wasn't that great. It was the rogue level, I guess, but you really need to build her up for that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's talk about the top freaking update of the year. What's better than Jean, you might ask? Well, it's this update anyway. I accidentally showed this update or this update right here and said it's not that one, but it definitely is that one. Look, you may hate it, but still we got a nice paywall. Some people got him. We got Negasonic, a really easy character to get, and we got the uniform for Cable, Apocalypse tier 3. I know till here maybe a lot of you don't really care about it. We got the cap increased. I know it's not the best, it's not a removal of the limit, but this and only this is the reason why this is the top update for the year. Freaking Lady Deadpool Holiday Party uniform is the bomb, okay? My god. She can clear Cold Obsidian faster than Doctor freaking Strange. Just give her White Fox and give Doctor Strange Doctor Voodoo as lead, and she will still kill Cold Obsidian faster than Doctor Strange. I freaking swear. You can try it right freaking now. And that's not the only reason. Because you were gonna say, well, Jean is still freaking amazing in Ebony Maw, and she's also great in Timeline, even with a CDP of Rage. That's where you're freaking wrong. My Jean has tapped out. I'm using Luna now, and I had to mythic her uniform because Jean was already at mythic, and she kind of tapped out. I don't remember when, but she wasn't able to do 79, I think, of Ebony Maw, so I'm doing it with Luna for a while. So yeah, and about Timeline, Lady Deadpool Holiday Party uniform is the bomb, literally. She freaking has bombs as gifts. But apart from the freaking great animations, apart from fucking lagging my game completely, this fucking uniform lags my game on Dimension missions on autoplay, okay? I get it when it lags in Wolbas Ultimate from other characters like Luna. Lots of animations, lots of strikers jumping in, stuff like that. Nope, this one will lag my phone even on Dimension missions. Apart from freaking that, in timeline, she's a freaking monster. This week, the reason why I actually managed to get the achievement of winning 100 timeline battles in a row without losing one was because of Lady Deadpool. And I freaking thought that she was gonna get banned the second week, because that week was the no restriction week. We could use Jean, anyone, and then I thought the next week they're gonna ban some people. they're gonna ban some motherfuckers, and they didn't ban her because I thought she's the best character this week. She's better than Jean. Jean would die from other Jeans sometime, and way easier from other Lady Deadpools with this uniform. But Lady Deadpool with this uniform wasn't scared of anybody. I wasn't freaking scared of the 5th skill. This is the best uniform in the game right now. I swear. Better than Jean. Doesn't really freaking need a CDP of Rage. Would be amazing probably with a CDP of Rage, just because you get proc consistently. I can do Cold Obsidian faster than Doctor Strange, and I still miss like half of the procs, because her 5th skill takes a really long time to get off cooldown if I use the same rotation as I would use for X-Force uniform. And this actually fixed the problem with the normal Lady Deadpool uniform, the one where it would be annoying because I was used to playing 4 cancel 5, but now I had to do 2 proc on the 4th. So, or I would still use 4 cancel 5, I would miss out on the old defense down there, but the old defense down on the 5th skill, 80%, oh my freaking god. Just give her White Fox and she can go to 100% down. So this is why this uniform is amazing. In timeline, she didn't really care. The only time when I maybe was scared of dying with her would be from Colossus, and I think I only died once because I don't know, I have the auto lock feature on the phone and I left it on auto, and she was about to die because she did her I think a skill without iframe, so she was only able to die from her own freaking damage because Colossus will reflect. Colossus's skills wouldn't do shit to her, but with the reflect he actually killed her because I had to unlock the phone first, the screen, so that I could do some skills, but I wasn't there in time to actually fix it. Anyway, the Colossus on my team actually managed to kill him, so that saved my freaking life, because I was gonna be so sad from losing the streak. But holy shit, that was the only case, and that was from my own arrogance, from letting her play in autoplay even though the enemy was a Colossus. And holy hell, man, best uniform in the game right now. Freaking sue me or fight me, bitch. Basically, this was it. I forgot to put in some keywords, or a keyword for the giveaway. Anyway, just give me your list, and I guess the keyword is gonna be what's it gonna be? Update list, maybe? Let's use those as the keywords. And also make sure to subscribe. And lastly, if you want, you can also support me on Patreon. This year was amazing. I was able to tier 2 a lot of characters, and I hope by next year, by the end of next year, I will have tier 2 basically all of them, not the premium characters though. But yeah, hope you freaking liked this video. It took me a freaking hour to record, as you can see on your own. But yeah, I hope you stuck around through this whole freaking ordeal. I hope you agree with me. If you don't, please give your list in the comments, as I said. And this time I'm not gonna be nice, and if you don't have a list there and if you don't use the keywords, I'm not gonna give you the coupons, even if you get selected by the page. So I'll see you guys tomorrow, and I hope you're the winner. Okay, bye bye.